Hey everybody, welcome back to Bey-X-Studios. It's been a while since we uploaded a video back in October. But anyway, we've been mainly concentrating on the Etsy store and Bey-X-Studios on there. Anyway, so we've been basically filling orders and trying out new designs of Beyblades, and that basically just filling the orders, getting stuff out before the holidays. We've been experimenting with like different kinds of ones, like this weird looking one that's like big old dome. I'll just call it the dome, I guess. But like this one here, and as far as this goes, I don't know if, let's see if that can zoom in on that, but basically it's or something like that. But oh, here we go. If I hide my head, then it doesn't focus. But anyway, so we've been doing different experiments and stuff like that. We also do a lot of gold. Gold seems to be our best seller when it comes to that. You can look at that. That is sweet. Anyway, so it's a little wobbly here. But anyway, so just to show you the rig as far as this goes, we've been pretty much 3D printing. Here's a 3D printer as far as this goes. And then we also do, let's see if I can get this down to where it's a lot easier, but so right there is our cute little kitten, and that's the Beyblade Stadium, the Takaratomi Beyblade Stadium that we do our experimental battles. But and then here's all the different kinds of Beyblade bits that we're designing. Like here, this one here is specifically for what we'll do is we actually make a ring that goes around that, and it's basically like a rubber tip, and we'll 3D print this rubber ring and then glue it to the I guess nipple. And what this does is this adds that extra grip or friction that people are looking for. And then, like I said, like here's a gold one right there. I don't know if you can, but gold seems to be our best seller on our Etsy channel. Here we got like another one, and it's got this Seahawk green. It's really cool. Anyway, we tried it in. We've got this kind of a purple, which is okay. It's PETG, which actually is like a harder plastic compared to PLA, which is what these are. Stop it, kitten. And so yeah, like I said, there's what else? We've also been getting into what was it, like glow in the dark as well. So there's my Christmas Deadpool mask that I 3D printed and made. Anyway, so like here we're actually doing like 3D printing glow in the dark tips, blue right there, whoops, green right here, and then right here is the tempered steel one, and it comes out pretty cool. And then show you like some of these here. So like here with like our glow in the dark bits and a purple one. So this purple though is actually really beautiful. So this purple is a silk finish, silk PLA finish, and it's really brilliant when you get it into the light. And let's see if I can focus on that sucker. But yeah, and it's really brilliant on this. And then we've got the glow in the dark. And then here's another one here. This one here's glow in the dark blue. This one's also glow in the dark blue, but it was a different PLA from a different company. We also have the glow in the dark green, which is actually pretty nice. And this it gets nice and green after you put it under a light. It's really cool. And then you can do blacklight battles with it and everything. And here's a whole bag of gold. I've got gold. Everybody loves gold, especially gold bits. So, and then we also get into like other colors too. Like here's an orange set. It's an interestingly weird orange, like an off orange or something, maybe peach, and it's kind of hard to actually tell. It looks orange probably to you guys, but when in like human or in actually real, when you physically see it, it's an orange, but it's like maybe a slightly peach. It'd be cool if it was a caution orange or something. But and then we also do silver as well, where we've got silver bits, and these actually turn out pretty nice as well. So just to show you guys this, and the beauty of these things are really cool. Look at that. That's a hexagonal-ish kind of dome one, or point. There we go. And then another one here I thought was really cool. See, here's a rush, but it's a hollow core rush, which I don't know if that does anything. It would be cool if it did improve the fighting of it somehow, but... And then there's a couple others too, but we basically are printing all these suckers, and there's what's it? Also got some white ones here as well. Like this one here is cool, is pretty cool, and this one actually turned out really nice too. So this is a white, and that's what it looks like on the back side. But we have like. We put it on the tree supports, and it 3D prints upwards like this. So, and then there's like another one that turned out really nicely too. All these they all turn out really nice when it comes to the tips, when it comes to the bits. So, point. But anyway, so like I said, we've been pretty much fulfilling orders on Etsy, getting the channel to grow, especially like right before the holidays, and then designing more bits. And we did have a scare back in early October where I 3D printed one, was it a Labubu, and it was for a Labubu keychain that I made, and out of nowhere got hit with a cease and desist notification in our messages on our Etsy store. And I kid you not, first thing was, this has to be a scam. So it says stop, cease, desist, take that Labubu listing off on your Etsy store. Anyway, so we take it off. I do everything. They demand the records and sales of like how many I sold, and how much for profit, how many did you make, and so forth. So I complied with all that stuff. I didn't make anything. They were on the store for a whole month, and I didn't sell any of them, and I only made one, and it was weird. Anyway, so showed them the records of our Etsy store documents, right? And then they come back with a list of more demands, and they so they said, oh, okay, so thank you for responding to our cease and desist notification. Thank you for taking it down so quickly as well. And since you infringed on our intellectual property, you're gonna pay us a settlement of $1,500. I'm like, what? No, usually in desist notification, cease and desist, usually it's like once you stop it and once you comply with it, usually it's it's kind of done, right? And we proved that we didn't make any money on it whatsoever, right? And if anything, I took a loss because I ordered like a whole bunch of keychain loops and the screws that go into the Labubu, the 3D printed Labubu. And anyway, so I responded back and saying, hey, look, that's a lot of money. It was completely, innocent as far as like, hey, it was on open source, the file was, for downloading it, and got it off of the, Thingiverse, and they were like, well, and it's a lot of money. 1,500 told them. That's a lot of money. And it's like, and on top of that, you guys settled in China, the Chinese court, Labubu or Pop Mart, who owns Labubu, that they won a case over in China, and it was for somebody who was 3D printing a whole bunch of Labubus over there, and then they got caught. But Pop Mart won because, will you stop it being annoying? They won because the 3D printer guy never came in. Pop Mart couldn't prove how much damages that they got inflicted by on how much the guy sold Labubus from his 3D print farm. And then, so all they did was they just awarded the case to Pop Mart, and the guy had to pay $10,000 fine or settlement. And it was like, okay, but he probably made like tens of thousands more, and I guess 10,000, maybe, you know, like a lot of money. Anyway, so he, you know, he didn't even show up for court. Anyway, he had to pay, it wasn't $10,000. They were looking for a lot of money. Pop Mart was on the settlement. It wasn't $10,000, it was $1,399 US, and then 10,000 whatever it was in Chinese yuan. Anyway, which is, it was like $100 or $200 more than what their settlement was getting from me, and I was just like, what? Anyway, so I also look into the Pop Mart and cases going on when it comes to IP infringement over in the United States, and come to find out, they got one against 7-Eleven because there was like a small chain of 7-Eleven stores in Southern California that was selling fake Labubus or Lafufus, of which Pop Mart also copyrighted and IP'd Lafufu, the name, which is fake Labubu meaning, and as well as Labubu and other, I guess, names and stuff like that. So they took advantage of the whole fake Labubu name too, which is kind of weird. And then there was another case, lawsuit that there was a lawsuit in California against 7-Eleven chains down there, and then another lawsuit in a toy store in downtown New York City. Mind you, none of these are settled whatsoever. They're just in their infancy state of being lawsuits. And I'm looking at these. These are big lawsuits with a lot of money that they want after those guys, or they're big hitters, right? But but Pop Mart going after me, sending a law firm in New York City, mind you, downtown New York City, which is kind of interesting. But there is an actual legal defense or a legal office that they have on, contract to go after IP infringement here in the United States. Pop Mart. They're like dead set that their future is all IP, intellectual property, and which is a very big industry to get into, especially with artificial intelligence pretty much taking everybody's ideas and rearranging them and making different new stuff. But anyway, so the IP counselors is what it was in downtown New York. I got I responded to them, who is the ones that gave me the cease and desist notification in my messages on Etsy. Anyway, and they just said, nope, pay us $1,500 for a settlement. I was like, that's way too much money. That's way too much money for the settlement. And it's as far as like something for this, I cease and desisted. I didn't make anything. You didn't suffer a loss. Okay. And it was completely innocent. It was on an open source. I downloaded it, 3D printed one. Anyway, so and what gets me pissed off is I really think it's a scam. So I put my detective skills in motion. Look at the ad. I call the law firm several times, and you have to go through a directory. Some of the lawyers that were listed in the email they exist in real life. I can see them on LinkedIn, but when I get them in the directory, because it doesn't go to a person when you call them, right? It doesn't go to a person. They'll tell you to use the directory and punch in the first 3 letters of their last name. I do on all of them. Half of the lawyers didn't even exist in that directory. The other half did. So, but there's only one phone number, too, to call that law firm. And you can leave a voicemail or whatever it was. Anyway, probably. I also look at the address. I go up on Google Maps to look at this address in this building. The law firm wasn't even in the businesses of that building, and it had like 15 businesses inside that building that Google Maps was listing inside that building. And I was like, dude, this has to be a scam. This is very specific and is very targeted to PopMart IP. Anyway, so I go and I'm like thinking, I think I need to hire a lawyer. I'd rather hire a lawyer to see what's going on, because right now these guys have kind of, I wouldn't say hounded me, but they were like kind of pushy. It's like, pay us right now, pay us right now. And anyway, so hired a lawyer, got him on contract or retainer for $150. IP lawyer here in my local area of Puget Sound. And I give him all the documentation, the communication emails, all that stuff. And he responds to them. He even thinks it's a very targeted scam of PopMart IP infringement. And that's who they're going after. So they're scaring people who 3D print Labubus, and they either one are going to pay, or two keep on freaking them out by keep on sending them emails to this fake IP counselors. There's a website too, believe it or not, and the website, you go on there, you can kind of interact with it. It's got the lawyers on there. I know, like, so, but the lawyers have they've got LinkedIn profiles, but they either one don't work there, or two they work there, but it's like a fake site or something. It's the weirdest thing. So suspect. Anyway, my lawyer says, don't do anything. I will respond to them in an email, and they'll be going through me from now on. And so he responded in an email to them saying that, my client has complied with all the stuff, and that you guys need to, and according to his, his lawyer brain, this right here is a closed case. Any more further communication, you go through me. And I have not, after that email in mid-October, because I got the notification on the 1st of the cease and desist. And so I have not heard from them since. Anyway, so there was that. And I tell you, it scared the bejesus out of me, because it was $1,500. And then your brain starts going through when people send you cease and desist notifications like, oh crap, what the heck did I just get into? And so when you're dealing with 3D printed stuff, you're gonna have a lot of probably IP infringement that you can't sell. You can probably just make it and for your home use. The other thing too was this one here. We used to sell this launcher, this Beyblade launcher handle, and we got it off of Tinkercad, an open source website, and it's a really cool designed launcher handle. And my oldest son, he did like a couple little modifications to it, but it's still basically like the same, but it got it on open source. And there was no designation to, hey, don't sell this, or, don't, for profit, for your business or anything like that. We didn't see anything like that, which normally when you go to like Thingiverse, you'll see stuff like that. You can 3D print it, but you can't sell it anywhere, right? Anyway, so this right here, we didn't sell many of them. I mean, it's really cool, and it's completely solid in your hand. Really nice. But we did get notified by the creator, hey, where did you get this, the file for this launcher handle? And we told him, we were completely upfront. We told him, got it off of Tinkercad. Here's the link to it. We got it 8 months ago or whatever it was. And he's like, I made this thing 11 months ago, and I've been seeing them all over the internet, even though I have the IP on it, or notifications like, hey, you can like download this, I think for like a fee off of this other website that he actually did put it on, and somebody did download it, and then they put it up on Tinkercad, and so anyway, so that was basically stealing somebody's idea. So we cease and desisted, took it down, apologized, and like I said, a really well designed handle. Anyway, so we had to stop selling this Beyblade launcher handle as well. So it's tough being a 3D printer guy, and my kitten just got on top of my computer and short circuit and hit the reset button. He is an asshole kitten. But anyway, so we're basically just 3D printing. We've got so many filaments and everything like that. Of course, it's there, and I've 3D printed quite a lot of stuff. I think that one of the best things I've 3D printed, of course, is this Christmas Deadpool helmet or mask. And it's really cool because it's, it comes off like that, and it's all magnetic. As you can see, I got the magnets on the back, and this thing, mask comes off like this, and it's pretty cool. I gotta show it to you because it actually is pretty sweet. And it's Christmas. We're just about Christmas, so you just put this on right there. It almost looks like Professor X's helmet, or even Professor X's helmet of his device that he uses to talk to find mutants. Cerebro. Looks like his Cerebro helmet at first, and then you put this on right there, and then let's see, this one here, and then this one here. There we go. And then you can see through here and everything like that. So it's Christmas. Deadpool. Anyway, so it's cool to have 3D printers. There. But anyway, so if you want to go take a look at the Beyblades we do sell, we don't sell the Beyblades that come with the Beyblade bits because we're actually scared of IP infringement. Okay, so but we do. My oldest, James, the one who freaks out a bit in the videos, he's the designer, and he designed all of his all these Beyblades that we use as experimentals, type of, or it's his designs, and he designs them up in Tinkercad, and then we transfer them to the 3D printer and we 3D print them off. And so all of these bits that we sell are ours, and we can prove that they are ours, that we designed them, and we have the files from Tinkercad and everything like that, so we're able to prove it. Because right now, when it comes to IP infringement, it is going to get worse out there, and so. But anyway, so I mean, if you want to buy any Beyblade bits, from our store, like I said, we've got them. Here's a screw, here's a drill. Let's see if I can get that. So here's a drill one that he designed, and yeah. Anyway, so there's the update to the channel. If you like our channel, we'll do more Beyblade stuff, but right now we're just trying to keep up with the Etsy store. And since Christmas is right around the corner, we're filling a lot of present requests. So anyway, if you guys want us to do more experimental things, like I've already set a Beyblade on fire. I've used a golf club and hit a Beyblade. We've got the Fire Pit Stadium out there as well. So it's just, oops, there we go. Anyway, so just drop in the chat, in the comments section on, crazy ideas or stuff like that you guys want to see us do when it comes to Beyblades, and we'll see if we can actually do them. We're looking for more like ideas on episodes and stuff, so to put on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, thanks for joining. Bye.